On Saturday, October 31st, the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, washed his hands of the blame that he was complicit in the failure by the ruling All Progressive Congress APC to restructure Nigeria. At the 50th anniversary celebration of the Arewa House, El-Rufai called on the National Assembly Ad Hoc Committee on Constitution Review to take advantage of the 2018 recommendations by the APC Committee on Restructuring to effect critical amendments to the 1999 Constitution. Governor El-Rufai was the chairman of the committee set up by the APC to produce the party's position on the contentious issue of restructuring. Governor El-Rufai said his committee had recommended state police, more control of oil and gas revenues, minerals, correctional facilities, and stamp duties to be given to the state. The El-Rufai committee's position contradicts that of President Muhammadu Buhari, who in his 2018 New Year address to the nation said, "When all the aggregates of nationwide opinions are considered, my opinion is that our problems have more to do with process than structure."
In respect of political developments, I have kept a close watch on the ongoing debate about restructuring in court. No human law or edifice is perfect. Whatever structure we develop must periodically be perfected according to changing circumstances and the country's socio-economic developments. We Nigerians can be very impatient and want to improve our conditions faster than may be possible, considering our resources and capabilities. When all the aggregates of nationwide opinions are considered, my firm view is that our problems are more to do with process than structure.
It is 2 years since the El-Rufai committee submitted its report to the APC leadership, headed then by Adams Oshiomhole. If the party which controls the executive, the legislature, and even the judiciary has not been able to begin restructuring Nigeria as promised during the 2015 election, and now recommended by its own committee, what could be responsible?
It is not a question of implementation. It is a question of the party never intended to restructure Nigeria, because that's one of the promises they made in 2014, 2015. And when Nigerians raise so much issues and doubts about, you've been in power for 3 years, what are you doing? In the usual way, they set up a panel to deceive Nigerians.
As another election cycle approaches in 2023, some Nigerians are beginning to wonder if the issue of restructuring will become another vote-winning but empty promise by the APC. While some experts think some extra democratic forces are behind the non-implementation of APC committee's recommendations on restructuring, some others are of the opinion that the legislators who should be in the forefront of canvassing for any structural changes are either ineffective or unconcerned. Osai Iloeme, a governance expert, expresses doubts about the commitment of the current regime to restructuring. He says the APC administration never intended to restructure the country.
If restructuring or the committee report is something that the party considered important in terms of, the delivery of their campaign promises and campaign policies, it is no rocket science for them to understand how to go about it. And so for me, every Nigerian should know that this current trading of words between El-Rufai and other members of the APC or other members of the legislature is simply a grand plan to continue to hoodwink Nigerians in believing that they are actually doing something to engender the restructuring of Nigeria. They are not.
A security expert, Raymond Ihanacho, however, advised that the country be divided according to geographical locations.
Our population is too big for one person to manage. So it's quite difficult to just have everything coming from the center. I think we are finding it difficult to manage this our population. So there must be there must definitely be a proper restructuring of the country so that it is manageable by whatever arrangement we want to make, whether it is the current geopolitical zones we want to do, or that one I told you, maybe we use longitude this to longitude that. So everybody who falls within there, oh yeah, one group.
His examples have gone to show that an ethnically diverse society does not necessarily work against the emergence of powerful nations. Will the APC-led government therefore fulfill their promise of restructuring before the 2023 elections? Or will they use it as an agenda once again to get into government?